Thank you for listening to the Following Films podcast. Today's episode is a really fun one. I got to sit down with Augie Duke to talk about her work on The Workout, but like all good conversations, we ended up going everywhere. We talk about the fear that creeps in when you become a parent, the joy and tragedy of video stores, pets, and a bunch of other beautifully random things along the way. Now, full disclosure, this one's got some real-life texture to it. Augie's Wi-Fi drops out here and there, so there's a few abrupt edits, and I had the office door open because, well, I forgot to close it. The dogs are making noise, one of my kids and the love of my life walk by. It's a bit chaotic, and I honestly wouldn't have it any other way. So settle in, embrace the imperfections, and enjoy this conversation with Augie Duke. The Workout is now available on VOD. Hope you enjoy the show. Thanks. Hey, Augie, how are you today?
Good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Yep, dude. I just saved my neighbor's dog from almost getting possibly hit. So that was my morning.
Oh my God. Everything's okay now, though?
Everything's okay. I went out to take my dog to poop, and then all of a sudden I see this like little black thing run by me, and I was like, "Is that Luna?" I'm like, she's probably in the parking lot, like where we park, and she's probably waiting for her mom or something. She was right there, like freaking out, shaking. And I'm like,
Oh,
I'm
no.
but it was like the timing was crazy because it's like, if I didn't go out at that moment, like, I'm just like, oh my God. So I called her and I was like, it was funny because it's kind of like a 2 for 2. She kind of saved my son from running out of the gate one day too. And I was like, perfect. I know we're just like a hot mess over here, like a fucking animal zest over here, full of like farm animals and kids running around. So hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. No, that is, as a parent of 2, I have a 15-year-old and a 9-year-old about to be 10. I think I have only recently got over the fear that they're not going to die in the middle of the night. And the idea of them running into traffic is one of those things, or that I would somehow back up in my car and they would run out, and something like that just...
And just now you got over the
just now.
It's just good to know I have like a while to go.
How old's yours?
He's gonna be 4 in December, so I'm fucked. Yeah. So it's
you know, prior to having children, no gray hair, 25 pounds lighter.
The gray hair is working for you though. It's cool.
It's a minute where it works, where it's okay, and then it looks
good right now.
Thank you, I appreciate that. It's a window. It's a very short window that'll be closing soon, so I'll enjoy it while I can.
It's cool. I like it. It's working.
So you got a 4-year-old. How was Halloween? How was that for you?
Halloween was crazy. So Halloween was really. This was like the first year he like really had fun and was like racing to every house. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so, his name's Elvis too. So it's like of course, and he's like so fitting with the name Elvis. Now I'm like, oh, I'm so screwed. But it was fun. And then we had another birthday party and then another birthday party. So I'm just getting over like this crazy kid weekend where I'm like, my immune system is like shot now.
So in the way I've heard it described, and even outside of, you know, the film industry being described as, you go through your whole life as the leading performer. You know, you're the leading man, you're the leading actress, and then you have a kid, and you maybe, in the best day, you're a character actor. At home, like you might be, like you might get to show up every once in a while, say one cool line, fucking nail it, and then get out.
I'm the co-star. I am the co-star.
Oh, you're the co-star because you have a 4-year-old right now, so you're still co-star.
Yeah. So he is the ultimate lead, is, you know. So maybe I'm just background. Honestly, I'm background. I think I'm just background. So yeah, I think I'm just background at this point.
That's how it should be, though. I mean,
it should be. It's
I appreciated being humbled. It was one of those things that I didn't know how desperately I needed to be humbled. But then once I was like, oh man, I wouldn't go back to my 20s or my early 30s for anything, for how much of an asshole I was prior to having kids. There's people that figure it out without it, but I needed that kick in the ass, honestly.
Do they? I mean, they do when they're like super old and they decide not to have. But I think it's like anyone I know that has had a kid or even adopts or anything like that. It's just it completely changes them as a person, and I like them more. And this is no harm because I have a lot of friends that don't have kids, and I'm
Yeah.
cool with that too. Whatever you want, and I'm jealous. I'm a little jealous. I'm jealous, but it's fine. I just think when you do, it changes you, and you just start to give zero Fs, and you're sort of this, and it's you just I don't know. It's like everything is just gone. All the things you don't even know who you are anymore, which is like a beautiful thing in a weird way.
Well,
Do like
oh
what
yeah.
happened to me?
Well, it's the things that you thought you were defined by. You weren't defined by
Yeah.
them. There's actually much deeper truths about yourself that you have to reckon with when you have children, when you are sleep
Oh,
deprived for 4 years and you're coming to the end of that you are finding much more it's not about the music you listen to, it's not about the books you're reading, it's not about it's something that's in your like deep inside you that really matters at that point.
deep, deep, deep inside of you. Yeah, it's God, 100%. And then I'm like, do you remember this when your kids were in preschool? Did you just get sick every week?
Oh God, yeah. Oh,
Perfect.
they're 100%. They are little germ factories that go out into the world, collect everything they can in the petri dish that is their like immediate,
Yeah,
and they just bring it home for you.
right. Their little witchy soup, and they give me everything. And last week I was sick, so sick, and I'm like,
I'm
great,
sorry.
I'm sick. I feel like I'm getting something again. I'm like, I swear to God, if I get sick again, I'm gonna start just like hitting myself in the face because I'm like, am I still? Anyway, so that's where I'm at. Congratulations. Good to meet you, man. I feel
You
like
as
we've known
well.
each other for years. It's a therapy session.
Well, I mean, that's okay. So I was kind of hoping that it would go a little bit this direction anyway, because when I was going through your films and I was looking, I had to go back because there was something that I couldn't watch the first time around when I tried to. But when I was looking at, oh God, when I was looking
I'm
at
so
Moon Garden, I watched Moon Garden, tried to start it. The steps
oh,
happened, and it's exactly what we were talking about. It's like, oh, something happens to the kid, I'm out. I'm done. I can't
I'm
do
gonna
it.
tell you. I'd like to add this onto this situation that we're talking about, this movie, right? When I did that film, I don't know if the Wi-Fi is cutting out or not. Sorry.
You're good. You're
I
good.
was actually not a mother yet.
That's what I wanted to
So,
ask. I was curious. Okay.
okay. And so part of me wishes, I'm like, God, if we could just do this movie. It was like 4 years later or whatever that I had Elvis. It would have been such a different perspective with everything. It didn't, in the moment, it alarmed me heavily. Even that scene, shooting it, and
Yeah.
it actually alarmed Haven, the girl. She actually cried and was so emotional. She didn't care about the ghosts or the monsters, and I was like, same. It's like the real stuff that you're like, huh, that's
And
palpable.
she's the director's kid, right?
Yeah, Haven.
Okay.
She
Yeah.
oh my God. Anyway, exactly. Anyway, it didn't affect me because I'm like, it's an acting job. But now looking back at that, even watching it after having Elvis, I think we had a screening or something. Oh my, I can't even, it's like, huh. I cannot, nope. If a kid gets hurt in anything, I will turn off. You don't even want to, yeah, I don't even want to tell you a story about, I think it was the Game of Thrones, one of the
Yeah.
episodes or the new show. Do you know what I'm talking about? The
Which one?
babies. No, don't want to with you. Nah. There was a new one, the new show, the new season, the newest season of Game of Thrones. It was like the
Oh,
spin-off or
the House of the Dragon thing. Yeah.
yes.
I
There
haven't
is an
watched it. So,
maybe you shouldn't because you're father. There is an episode in it that is so alarming that I threw. People are going to be like, she needs to go to the mental institution. I seriously, I threw. I think I was sitting on a chair and I was just like, and I threw it down. And like my husband was like, dude, chill, Augie. It's a show. And I'm like, do you understand? And animals too, kind of. For me, it was always
yeah.
animal, right? But now it's kids and animals, mainly kids now. Anyway, so I get you. I feel you
It's
so hard.
well, the thing that ends up happening though is because I'm a big genre fan and I love horror films and I
Ah,
love that kind of stuff. And so, but that goes back to when I was a kid. And so when I would read something like it, I could handle that. It was no problem. But now my 15-year-old is old enough that we can engage with that stuff together and it's
yeah,
fine. It's kind of fun to get back into that again, but the kid's in peril for a little while there. I couldn't do it at all, but it's getting a little bit better now. I'm able to
yeah.
handle it
They're
a
older.
little bit easier, but especially in heightened realities like that. But when you're doing something, despite how heightened sort of the coma world is in Moon Garden, that kind of folk horror world that she exists in, it is utterly grounded in a reality, though. That's not something. And yeah, that's a rough one for me, because I do feel like the film, it earns it is probably the wrong way, but I feel like its heart is in the right place with telling that story. It's not just doing it for shock value, if that makes sense.
No, I mean, thank you, by the way. You did not have to watch it, but what I'm so impressed by is that they did that whole thing on 35 millimeter. So
It's beautiful.
every take so every heavy moment was like a long, heavy moment. Just imagine, like, we had to sit through that scene for a long
Yeah,
time because shots with these old cameras take a long time. So you're sitting in that, and poor girl Haven was doing it, but she was such a trooper. You there still?
I'm still here. I kind of lost you for a second,
Okay.
but
Oh yeah,
you're
yeah.
back.
Hold on. Let
We're
me
good.
see. Me and Wi-Fi. I swear computers hate me.
It's after going through COVID and all that, and 5+ years of being on Zoom, you would think that we would have this shit figured out. It's always something. It's always going to be something. Always happens. So
I'm just gonna blame myself because it's been
yeah.
happening to me since I was a kid. I'm like, what is this? Um. Anyway, yes.
Okay.
Where are you
So
from?
I live in Arizona. I'm in Tucson,
Oh,
Arizona.
cool. I love it.
So you're in Los Angeles, right?
Born and raised. It was,
Really? Your whole
it's
life? That's unusual. That's a city of transplants.
I know. And people are always like, you're a unicorn. You're from here. And I'm like, am I? Or am I just like a fucked up unicorn that's been here for so long who's just like jaded and like nothing affects me anymore? Yeah, born and raised here.
That's great.
On the west side, my whole hometown burned down. So
Oh,
hate to go
Jesus.
there, but that was a heavy hitter. And we grew up. My mom got the place in the 90s when it was affordable. So people, when they
Yeah.
say, "Oh, you're from the Palisades," I'm like, "Yeah, I'm from the Palisades, but I'm not that person
It
from."
wasn't that then, though.
I had those friends. That's fine.
Yeah.
What a great friend to have. No, yeah. So that was sad, and Altadena had a lot of friends that had houses there,
Oh,
and
Jesus.
it was a kind of a shitty shitstorm last year here in Los Angeles, but it seems to be a little hopeful and coming back together. I don't know. This business is just doesn't know what to do right now with itself.
But you've been somebody who seems to have weathered multiple sort of fronts in your career, because I look through and it's like you don't stop working. Like I don't. It's just like I always enjoy seeing you when you pop up, but it's like you're doing what, like 6 movies a year, 7 movies a year sometimes. It's crazy how much you
You know,
work.
oh my God. It's funny. People have said that, and and this is such a sad thing that I think this way because I'm like, no, I haven't worked at all. And then I'm like, no, you know what? I have. It's kind of, but you know what's funny is that when I have worked, say it was like a year ago or 2 years ago, then everything kind of comes out at the same time. So
Sure.
it's like it looks like, oh yeah, I've been working every second. And I'm like, not really. I mean, it's ebbs and flows.
Yeah.
But I've also been, I have to say, I've been really blessed with friends that have made movies that have put me in the movies because we trust each other and we can collaborate, like James Colin Brezick and The Workout,
Yep.
like, when he wanted to
But
do,
like it's such a natural bringing that back. You
yeah,
have the gift, so thank you.
she did it.
Well done.
I wouldn't have a podcast though because my Wi-Fi would cut out, and then I'd be like, people would be like, "She's the worst podcaster." It's like she'd be like, every second. But yeah, so we did a movie called
Mhm.
Bloodcraft like years ago,
Yeah.
and then we just did this one last year during the strike when nothing was happening, and he was like, "Let's get a bunch of people together and make a movie," and I was like, "I'm down," and he kind of was like, "There's two roles. There's the doctor or there's the high-end prostitute." I was like, "The high-end prostitute? Who do you think I am?" So yeah, that's how I
It was that him like soft selling it, where he's like, "Look, it's a high end prostitute.
yeah.
This is not."
I actually added the high-end prostitute in because I thought that sounded a little classier. He straight up just said she's a prostitute. So no, wasn't that cool at all. But I was like, yeah. Then they read the Wow, so sad. No, and then David Lawrence, the writer, and he was in it too. It was great. Wrote it
Mhm.
with him, and they read the scene out loud to me. It was really funny. They're like, do you want to hear it?" It was like as if they really, really wanted to read the scene out loud to somebody that would hear it. And I was like, "Sure, give it to me." So they read the scene, and David was Monroe, and James was some mobster in the movie. I don't even know.
He's like the guy with the filtered face, right? I think, isn't that James playing that role? I
James,
think.
like, of course,
Okay, yeah.
because he's James. Have you had him on the podcast?
I have
Oh
interviewed
yeah,
James. Yeah, it's been a couple
he's,
years, but yes,
he's
that
the
that felt
character.
on
On par
upper
with
hand.
James
Yeah,
Paul Bresic. Yeah, he's such a character. I love James. And he started so young in this business. And you know what I respect about him so much is that he makes things happen.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm proud of
Well, the
somebody.
number of films that he's made in his short career, he's another one of those guys that has like a new movie. Writer directors don't have a new movie coming out every year, but he seems to somehow. I don't know
I
what
don't
he's made of.
I think he can't survive unless he's one of those people, you know what I mean? Oh,
Yeah.
your cute dog just or cat walked by.
Well,
Uh,
that was Yogi. Yeah, that's a dog.
Yogi,
That's
good
Yogi.
name.
Thank
Oh,
you.
Yogi is a dog or cat, I couldn't tell.
Yogi is a dog. He's a Great Dane
Oh,
Coonhound mix. So the fact that he looked like a cat
there he is.
is
He's
yeah.
like, and he's like, "Ah!" That's my dog too. My dog's a little terrier. She's like got the big beard, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, I call her bearded lady. That's not her name, but she should be bearded lady actually. Okay, wait, let's go back to workout, I guess. But
So
yeah, that's how it came upon me.
so then so then what was it about this role that drew you to, other than working with James? Because
Other than other
other
than
than clearly playing a prostitute, which is just the highest calling.
yeah, yeah. Oh, horror number two. Um, no, she had a cool backstory, I
She
think.
did. Well, okay, she's really centered to the story. It's not a disposable character. It is
Yes, thank you,
somebody.
Chris. Okay, yes, give it
Yeah,
to the audience.
she
I'm like, I
is.
don't even know.
This is a character that is actually. She's somebody that the action of the film is built around. So without this character, she is the thing that really sets the action in motion.
True. Okay, you're right. True. She has a lot of information, and they have something of hers that is everything to her, as you know. But
Which, though, it could be expedition, it could be exposition dump, and it could be a
mhm,
very narrow, I think, kind of one-dimensional character. And you don't do that with it here. You do feel like this is a fully realized character. Yeah, that's Jacob. Just walk
so
past.
cute. I love this. This is my kind of podcast. It's real like this. I'm like, can we just do real? Like, let's give us the family, the life, like what's really happening.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how to do it any other way.
I know.
I would be really terrible if I wasn't working for myself.
This
Because
one
if some
thing. There it is. I fixed it. Sorry. Side note, with this one bang, I'm looking at myself and I'm like, you stupid bang, you little rebel without a child. Okay, good. Okay, we're going back
we're back.
to this is the best.
I can't tell if you're saying that to tell yourself that as I can't believe this is actually real right now, or if it's something.
No, it's me saying it's the best because it's so real that it's like this is all I want. I'm like, I'm too comfortable right now. There's a problem here. Like,
Well,
oh,
it's literally, this is the reason I still do this.
oh, cool.
That it's because I love talking about films. I love talking about smaller, scrappier films. I love kind of putting the word out. Working at a video store was the best job that I ever had in my life, and I just want to share that with people when
I'm
I
sorry.
can.
Take it back. You worked at a video store,
Of
VHS
course,
times.
yeah,
Oh my God, like a mom and pop video store.
yeah.
Those were my favorite.
That's where I discovered 95% of that stuff that's back there. Yeah, same here.
What was it called? What was the name of the video store?
Director's chair.
Oh, that's actually oh, there you go.
Yeah,
That's actually really cool. Oh,
it wasn't
man.
bad.
Oh man, those were my favorite. I have so many like core memories as a kid, you know.
What would be the one that comes to mind when you think of it?
Well, you know, when you go in, the VHS tapes come to mind because that's when
Sure.
it started for me. Hi, you're just a beautiful wife spot. This is so fun. What comes to mind? I think just walking in, and I remember going with like my dad,
Hmm.
and it was always the posters were really important, right? The
Yeah.
pictures, because that's what sold the movie back in the day. It was like, if this picture was cool enough for me at the time and palpable for me to watch, I was going to watch it. And whatever mood I was in, I was like, if I want like a person getting slaughtered or if I want like a love story, I would
Yeah.
look at them. And I'm talking when I was like a kid. I was like, what is this cool poster? So those kind of come to mind, like a core memory. And then I'd ask the guy at the video store who's always like, he would either be like really happy or one would be like really angry and over being there, you know? There
Yeah.
was
Yeah. Yeah.
always, yeah, there was always like a movie fanatic that like knew every single movie, and then there was like the asshole that just was like over being there.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
was never over being there, but I was young, so I was a
yeah,
judgmental asshole where I judged everybody's taste that came through and that kind
yes.
of thing. Yes, I was the pretentious dick. That was me, 100%.
I
So
was a kid, so the guy would be like, "Okay, so you're picking whatever it was at the time. I don't even remember."
Beverly Hills or whatever it happens
Yeah,
to
yeah,
be.
yeah, totally. So you want to watch this one, huh? And I'm like, "Yeah." Do you like it? Well, you tell me. Bring it back and we'll talk about it. I'm like, what a, and I'm like 10.
No, that's not appropriate.
What a judgy dick. No.
Okay, this is to like people that were my age. I would think that about, not somebody that was a 10-year-old. At that point, I might try to steer them in the direction of something they may have not have heard of that they might be interested in. So if they were, I don't know, if you were renting a kids movie at 10, you probably in the mid 90s hadn't seen one of the Herbie movies. So I might
Yeah.
recommend that to you or something. I would try to steer you in that direction.
But I
That there's
never watched kids. Okay, so this is the thing though. I grew up not watching kid movies because my
neither
mom,
did I really.
yeah, I believe it. She, showed me some crazy movies at a young age. I
Okay.
think, okay,
Well,
yeah,
yeah. If why
okay.
not? What do you got?
Uh, there was this one movie that stuck out. There was one with Parker Posey where she was like this crazy, like dance, like indie
Oh,
girl.
Party
Uh,
Girl.
yes, party girl.
Yep.
Yes. And then there was The House of Yes, I think,
Oh,
with
sure. Yeah, with her and her brother were there. Bobby Kennedy, or JFK. That thing, wasn't that it?
yes. No,
Yeah.
no, The House of Yes
Wait,
was
which
the
one am I thinking of?
Hayden God, we're terrible at this right now. But there was really peculiar, like offbeat indies that my mom would show me at such a really, really young age. And I would, some of them I would love, some of them I'm like, what? Benny and June was one too,
That
I
was a
think, with
great
Johnny.
little movie. Yeah, with
Yeah,
Johnny
yeah.
Depp. Yeah,
But this is, I'm talking like I was a little kid.
yeah.
But I'm thankful now because I wouldn't be this wacky person if I didn't watch those wacky movies, I think.
Well, that's kind of one of the things that I hope that my kids come in here and grab stuff that I don't want to be the one to show them, that
Yeah.
because it would be wildly inappropriate for your dad to show you this movie. But I really
Yeah.
want, there's a lot of things I want them to discover
You should
that
just drop one on the floor.
yeah, just kind of leave it
Just
laying
drop,
around.
like, yeah.
Sure.
But
See what
they've
happens.
seen like 16 Candles
Oh,
and okay, yeah, those are great.
well, that's a whole different thing when I'm watching 16 Candles. You kind of have to
Mhm.
roll back on that and say, okay, look, we were not very progressive in the 80s. There were a lot of things around like racial stereotypes that are in this movie that
Womanizing and
they're not okay now.
treating people like shit. A little bit rapey too in some
I,
moments.
I would be a lot rapey when you go back to something like
I know.
Revenge of the Nerds or something like
I
that.
know.
I would much rather my kids watch Heathers, or something
Oh
like
gosh,
that.
it's such a good film. Or remember another one, Porky's. Yeah, see, like these ones, all the ones that were not progressive.
I do not have a copy of that one lying around, so I
You
would
need
not.
one of those. No,
We all do. When is the 4K? I'm waiting for 8K. I need true.
AKA Porky's,
I need to see something that's just source quality.
right? Oh man, yeah, all the thing. God, it's bringing me back to all the. What was the other one? Ladybugs. I remember that was
Oh,
that
with
was
Rodney Dangerfield.
that was
Yeah.
more of a kid
Yeah.
friendly. Yeah. Can you stop barking? What's wrong? My dog's like whining all the time when I'm sitting at this area. I don't have any food for you. Um,
Okay, so getting it back
yes,
slightly,
yes.
what would be the thing that you haven't done yet that you want to
Oh.
do? Because you've done so much.
That's a nice question. I like that question. And somebody just asked me that too on another, and I think it's a great question. There's two things. One is always, and I've done a couple of them, but I would love to do like a true period piece where I'm
Yeah.
just completely transported in that world and, chameleoned out like a whole different human. Like it's like not even me anymore. You're like, who is that?
So would that be like you want to do a costume drama, Sense and Sensibility type thing, or
Completely.
okay?
1800s. Give me the big dress. I
You know,
can't breathe, you know.
my merchant ivory appreciation is late in life, but it's just this new phase I found in myself where I've gone back and I've really rediscovered some of these films that I had dismissed when I was
Yeah.
younger and cynical. And my God, there's some amazing stuff. So I wish they still made those.
Period pieces, right? And this is something that I, at this point in my career and my age, is that I would like to be on a show that just kind of continues and stays put, and I have like every actor
Yeah,
ever,
yeah,
but and I really mean
stable stability.
stability at this point. It's like and I was lucky enough to be on Mayans for like 2.5 years or so. And that was so beautiful and so much fun. And I worked with the same team again on another thing, which I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about, but it's good stuff. But
Okay,
just something that's stability, but also a character that I can have a lot of fun with, whatever that may be, you know. So those two things, and then always I'm going to throw this in a Western.
that's the history of cinema. That's what you have to have. You have
Yeah,
to have a Western in
I've
there. I
done
can't believe you
singing.
haven't done a Western. That
I've
doesn't
done
make any damn
one.
sense.
I've done
Okay,
one, and of course I was a saloon prostitute, bringing it back to prostitution again. What's that say about me? I'm just have to often question myself after this podcast, who I am as a human. But so I did that. But I'd like to be like I almost did this really badass Western. It was a really well written character. She was a badass. She was, survivalist and gunslinging badass chick who's trying to save her brother. And it never got. It almost got greenlit, and it never did. And I was so bummed. But I'd like to do that again.
excellent. Good. I would love to see that. And okay, last question I wanted to
Yes,
ask.
I love this.
Okay, and this was kind of what I wanted to start with, but I've lost my path here.
They all did.
Was that you do a lot of genre films? You do a lot of things that are in heightened realities.
Mm,
Do you find it to be cathartic to work in those extreme worlds?
I do. I think it's very therapeutic to get out of your reality and reality. But I'd like to, I do actually. I think all acting is therapeutic though. Anytime you're on set, it's where I'm 100% sure, and you probably after this podcast can tell I have ADHD and all sorts of things. I can't sit still. It's terrible.
I'm not one to diagnose. That's not my role.
Well, I'm going to diagnose myself and tell you I for sure have that. Um, but when I'm on set and I'm in a character, I'm more centered than I ever am in reality.
Hmm.
And so there's something so interesting about that because I never knew I could was or capable of that my whole life. And there's something about it. I don't know what happens. It's just like my laser focus goes on and I go into a different person, but it's me and it's that's why it's so addicting, I think. I think that's why
When
people love it so much.
you're good at it, when
Oh,
you're really
yeah.
bad at it,
Oh yeah. Well,
th- then it's not something that is therapeutic. It's something that puts you in therapy.
you're like, wow, that was really terrifying. I'm never doing that again.
Absolutely. No, and I tried several times. It's like, okay, let's make sure that this is a bad idea. Oh yeah, still a terrible idea. Let's not do that again. So,
But do you find doing a podcast and talking to people there?
absolutely. But
Yeah.
that's a different kind of thing. That's just finding a version of human connection is really what I'm
Mhm,
looking for more than
mhm.
anything. It's just it's like I'm not somebody that's ever opposed to talking to the person next to me on the plane if they
Yeah.
engage.
Me
I actually genuinely enjoy that.
Me too.
So I've met some really interesting, wonderful people that you have like this one little moment with, and it's great. It's amazing. So that's what I'm doing, like literally
Yeah.
hundreds of times now. So I love it.
But that's also kind of what you're doing. That's what you're doing on set too. I think it's obviously you're playing somebody else, but it really is a big part of it is the human connection and chemistry and collaboration and feeling like you're all there for one reason and there's like a goal and like you're getting to that goal together. It's very addicting.
But I'm going to let somebody down. If I don't get this, if I don't convey that emotion in the
Yeah.
right way at the right time, and I'm not actively
Yes.
involved in that, then that's where the stress comes in for me. That's why it didn't work for
I
me
see what
because
you're saying. I see what you're
yeah,
saying. You put a lot of pressure
sure,
on.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not
This
a.
it's zero stakes to me. This is like
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
no.
yeah, yeah.
I've done this enough times that it's just
Yeah.
the only thing is getting nervous that I'm going to bomb, and it's well, if it happens, it happens.
Well,
That's fine.
and it's better in a weird way. That's the thing. I think we should have like something called bomb podcast or like bombing, fucking up podcast where it's like everything is just completely screwed up and like it goes terribly wrong.
Only done it one time where I've sent back to the publisher and said, I can't publish that one. It went so
Oh my
sideways.
God. But was the person, you don't have to name them,
I will
cool?
not.
Yeah. Were they cool or terrible?
I think that they were very young. They were very new, and they mistook aloof for cool.
Got it.
So
Got it.
the very one word answers trying to drive any sort of conversation was
Oh.
not happening. And you're like, you're 19 years old and you don't know
Yeah.
yet.
So they felt they needed to be a certain way.
Maybe I
Well,
made them uncomfortable. Who
yeah, you
knows?
thought that was you. It's definitely you.
I don't know.
Just
You were blaming plenty of things on yourself earlier. I
yeah,
can
oh,
own that one also.
100%. I always do. I'm always like, the everything. But that's great. You know what though? You have to have those like wacky. I can't
Yeah.
believe I'm actually shocked it's only one. To be fair, but
And the other
like
one that I will
yeah,
not name, but I'll also
of
tell you, and
course.
this is the most ridiculous thing. I did have one time to close the loop on prostitution, have
Yes.
somebody, when I jumped on a phoner, an interview when we used to do phoners, and the person thought that I was the person they had responded to on a Craigslist ad and that we were meeting. This is a male director who was trying to meet up with
Wait,
another guy who's married to a woman.
wait. Mic drop. That is a great story. You need to write about that. You were
I,
like, oh, shiznick, this is not going the way I thought.
never published it, never would release it, never have any interest in it. And it was one of those things where it became very clear after about 30 seconds of talking to this person that he thought that I was somebody that was coming over to his hotel room. And we still did the interview afterwards, and I left all that out.
Did he say like, hey,
Exactly. It was afterwards, just like, please don't publish that.
because
Like,
four number threes
like,
coming.
no, that's not what I want to do. I'm not interested in that. So
That's a great story, though.
it was fun. It was fun.
I would have enjoyed that. I probably would have fed into that a little and been like,
If I could have, and because it was somebody I was super excited to meet, whose
oh,
work
in a moment you're like, oh my God, this is yeah. I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
it was a big deal interview for me at the
Yeah.
time that I was like, oh, this is the reality of Hollywood. Here we are.
Oh, fuck, I know, and also disappoints when that
It's
when
fine.
that happens too. Fine, we're all
I
human.
love the anecdote. I remember that long.
Yeah.
I'll remember that one for years
Oh,
to
yeah,
come.
you will. You will. It's a great story.
But thank you for having the interviews that I want to have. This has been a blast. This has been so much fun, Augie.
I came ditto, man. I was like, do I know this? I just came in full blast. Like, I don't even know this guy.
This was you. Yeah, this is all you.
Doesn't even matter. So anyway, so lovely to meet you too.
You as well. Awesome. But good luck on the film, and hopefully I'll get to see you in a Merchant Ivory film, a Western, and maybe a musical. So.
Oh my God, I did just do a musical last year, dude. I just dance. You'll see. I'll surprise.
Okay.
It's going to be a surprise. No singing for me.
You can sing though.
Oh, thank you. With lots of post-fix. They're uppers. All right, dude. So good to meet you.
Take care, Augie. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.